starting soon. Come watch the Rabit, let's watch the Rabit, bringing entertainment to me and you. Come watch the Rabit, let's watch the Rabit, it's not hard to do. Get ready because the stream is starting now.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another JRabbit87 stream. I am your host, JRabbit87. She won't be here probably for the whole thing. Huh?
The stream was playing on my phone.
Oh. But yeah, she won't probably be here for the whole stream, but right behind me is my hashtag wonderful wife, Firebird10.
Konbanwa!
First and foremost, before we get into anything, I have to apologize. We were supposed to stream last Tuesday, but there was some developments in my work outside of stream that was causing some stuff where, long story short, I was not able to stream. I apologize about that. Because of that, we did miss out on an RWF, so we have missed out on some story that I had planned. Um, but it's all good. We'll keep on chugging along, and tonight it is our big event, so we will have all titles on the line, and yeah, gonna have a good time. Before, of course, we get into that, I also have to apologize if you hear stuff in the background. Not only is my wife coughing, which cannot be helped, but there's also dishes being done, which cannot be helped.
Well, I mean, that could, but it needs to be done before I cook.
Fair. And you might also hear pots and pans and cooking sounds, so
I might do that tomorrow.
It's up to you.
I know, that's the problem.
Before we get into tonight's show, let's get into our commands. As always, we're sponsored by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He has blessed both me and my wife extremely greatly, and we want to make sure that we return His blessings by giving Him all the honor, glory, credit, and praise that He rightfully deserves. We also want to say a huge thank you. Thank you to everybody that joins me today. It means so much to me that you guys take time out of your busy days to come and hang out with me. Of course, a huge thank you also goes to our supporters who we'll name individually at the end of stream. Discord. We have one of those. If you have not joined our Discord and you would like to, feel free to grab that link right there that my wife just posted and come join us. We've got tons of chat rooms. That's where important announcements are announced, decisions are decided, discussions are discussed, wrestling results are resulted, chats are chatted, and honestly, we just love to have you there. Another place that we'd love to have you is on both over YouTube and TikTok. I have listed both of those links there, so that way after the stream, if you would like to, you can go over there. Of course, YouTube, we post both our past live streams as well as highlight videos, while TikTok just gets the highlight videos. Last but certainly not least, our ways to help support the stream right here, right now, if you would like to do so. Always keep in mind that nothing is ever required, but everything is very much appreciated. Also, we should, unless there is a Sunday where I just run out of time or I'm just too tired, we shouldn't miss another Sunday, at least to the end of March, hopefully. All right, yeah. Let's go ahead and get into tonight's card. Our opening bout is going to be a championship match as Chelsea Green defends the Women's European Championship against Alexa Bliss. Come on.
Taking over Earth and still kicking in Uranus. Word life. This is basic thugonomics. This is basic thugonomics. Word life. I'm untouchable. European Championship.
And here she comes, Alexa Bliss. We were supposed to see her and Nikki Cross team up to face off against Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. That is the match, unfortunately, we are not going to get to see. But now Alexa gets her time. But boy, oh boy, does she have a mountain to climb here tonight.
It's Chelsea Green.
And here she comes. I believe it's 9 months now. 9 months. Or is it 10? Honestly, I don't
10.
remember.
I think it's 10.
I'm going to check out real quick.
Introducing the challenger from Columbus, Ohio, Alexa Bliss. And her opponent from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, the Women's European Champion, Chelsea Green.
10 months. 10 months and counting as consecutive, 10 consecutive months as Women's European Champion. The only person to hold a title that long was Eddie Guerrero, who held it for 10 consecutive 10 months over 2 title reigns. Chelsea Green, the longest reigning champion, especially when it comes to consistency.
And these two are going to compete here tonight for the Women's European Championship. Alexa Bliss has never held a title here in RWF. You know that she would love nothing more than to walk away as the new champion. No matter what, Chelsea Green is going in the history books. But if she can win here tonight, she will submit her legacy as longest reigning champion, because, like I said, the only person to even come close was Eddie Guerrero, and again, that was with 2 title reigns. And to top off, if you think Alexa Bliss doesn't already have a mountain to climb in the form of that 10-month championship reign, this is also the home turf for Chelsea Green, who was born here in Canada. Big face buster there by Chelsea Green. Looking to end this one. Not even a 1 count. And Chelsea Green now, or I'm sorry, Alexa Bliss coming up, getting that house of fire going. Looking for a cover, titles on the line, but only in 1 count. Big scoop and a slam, and now Alexa Bliss going to the middle rope, but missed. Back and forth action between these ladies. Each one wants to leave here tonight as champion. And Green looking for a cover. Only in 1 count. And now the action spills out here to the outside of the ring. And this is where Alexa Bliss has to be careful, because there is such thing as the champion's advantage, which means that although Alexa might be able to win via countout, she cannot win the title via countout. Double knee combination, and Bliss needs to hurry up and get Chelsea back into the ring. Count of 8. Bliss is back into the ring, but well, that's it.
Here's your winner, Alexa Bliss.
And Alexa Bliss is the winner here tonight, but once again, the title does not change hands, so still the RWF Women's European Champion, Chelsea Green. Not exactly how I wanted to start the night out, but what are you gonna do? That's just this is just one of the risks you take when you have it computer versus computer.
True.
Oh, coming up next, we have a man who is going to be competing 2 times here tonight. and it'll be the first of his 2 times competing. Coming up next, we have the men's tag team championships on the line as Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy, the Faces of Fear, defend against Team Hardcore, the current Pure Honor champion Terry Funk, and New Jax. And here they come, Team Hardcore. These two started off calling themselves the Originals, but now they've brought in other ECW Originals, the Sandman and Rob Van Dam, to create the newest faction here in RWF called Team Hardcore. And of course, the most interesting thing is that Terry Funk will defend the Pure Honor Championship later tonight against Triple H. And here comes the current men's tag team champions, the combination of Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy, collectively known as the Faces of Fear. And of course, the titles, the singles titles, held by both of these men range from just about everything. In fact, the only title that Bray Wyatt has not held is the United States Championship.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Men's Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a a combined weight of 487 pounds, the Pure Honor Champions, Terry Funk and New Jack Team Hardcore. And their opponents, at a combined weight of 519 pounds, the Men's Tag Team Champions, Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy, the Faces of Fear.
Okay, I have to apologize. I forgot to change the announcer to Alicia. That is my bad, and I apologize for that. But with that said, the Faces of Fear are up 2-0. Unfortunately, we were not able to do that. Like I said, on Tuesday we were supposed to have another show, and we were going to have more on the War of Momentum to see if Team Hardcore could gain some more advantage. Since they could not, though, the anonymous general manager that is now in control has stripped the ability to choose, and both of our tag team matches will just be regular RWF style tag team matches tonight. Tag out to Uncle Howdy. Now, Uncle Howdy's no slouch, former RWF heavyweight champion in his own right. And of course, some people wondering just how smart it is for Terry Funk here tonight. Because, as I said, Terry Funk, and there's a tag out to New Jacks, Terry Funk will be in action later tonight. Now, the anonymous general manager has made it to where he will not be in action again until the 8th match. So he should have plenty of time to rest up after this match. But could you imagine if he wins the tag team titles here tonight and successfully defends the Pure Honor Championship later on? He'll be the first man in RWF history to hold 2 titles at the same time. And that is a feat that has only ever been accomplished by Asuka when she held the Women's World and Women's Tag Team Championships at the same time. Tagging back to Bray Wyatt, and honestly, I don't really know what the plan is, because Terry Funk just seems to be standing on the outside of the ring. But now Bray Wyatt's in there with New Jack. There's a tag to Uncle Howdy, that keeping a fresh man in, so to speak. Dark Uranagi by Uncle Howdy into the cover. And only a 2. And of course the game would have to glitch here with the AI not having Terry Funk get into his corner. Oh, and Uncle Howdy smacking Terry Funk with a kendo stick. I don't know how smart that was on Uncle Howdy's part, considering Funk was just standing around. And that was enough to knock some sense into Terry Funk, who now starts fighting back. Howdy in a 2-on-1 predicament here. Now the match cannot be won via pinfall or submission out here on the outside, but it can be won via knockout. And New Jack putting a stop to Uncle Howdy with the stop sign. Once again, we thank you all for joining us here live in Toronto, Canada. Even though we're not actually live in Toronto, Canada. And going for the pinfall. Title's on the line. Only a 1 count. Massive headbutt there. There's a tag out to the Pure Honor champion and tag out to Bray Wyatt. A former Pure Honor champion versus the current Pure Honor champion. Sister Abigail here on the outside of the ring. And now a submission hold. Again, the match cannot end via submission or pinfall on the outside of the ring, but now things get back into the ring. Terry Funk with the neck breaker into the cover. And kick out at 1. Tag again, Uncle Howdy. The tag out to New Jack. Now it looks like they're going for their tag team finishing maneuver, the spike pile driver. Cover, titles on the line, but Bray Wyatt easily breaks up the cover. Tag into Terry Funk, and it looks like they're going to hit a second spike power driver, this time with Funk being the one to deliver the move. Cover, titles on the line. No, Uncle Howdy kicks out at
2.
Tagging in New Jack. More tag team action between Team Hardcore. Uncle Howdy with a pile driver. There's a tag out to Bray Wyatt. Big running power slam by New Jack. Reversal by Wyatt. And Wyatt has the mandible claw locked in. And Terry Funk saves the matchup for his team. And now Wyatt gonna dance into Sister Abigail. Will that be enough to put the hardcore ones down? And it is.
Here are your winners, and still men's tag team champions, Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt, the faces of fear.
Not a good start for... Not a good start for Terry Funk here tonight. But, I mean, he also wasn't the one who lost this match. Something to think about. We will see Terry Funk later again tonight. For now, we move right along. Coming up next, Umaga defends the Intercontinental Championship against Akam.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Intercontinental Championship.
As this man makes his way to the ring, unfortunately, another match that we don't get to see that was planned was the Authors of Pain versus the Judgment Day. And more specifically, it was going to be Finn Balor and JD McDonough. But now we get to focus on the championship match. Akam's first chance at a championship title. We'll see if he can do it. and being accompanied by his manager, the new Intercontinental Champion, Umaga. This will be his first title defense. We'll see if it's a successful one.
Introducing the challenger from Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada, weighing in at 290 pounds, Akon. And his opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 350 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, the Samoan Bulldozer, Umaga.
Both of these, what an interesting matchup do we have here. Let me tell you, both of these men are not known for being pretty in the ring. They are both known for being violent savages, complete and utter destruction. And they both have sneaky, vile, venomous managers at ringside. These two are so alike that you are guaranteed that this is going to be brutal, this is going to be violent, and I can't wait to see who walks away with the Intercontinental Championship. Oh, what did I miss? Welcome in. I'm assuming Bruda on T's account. So far, Alexa Bliss defeated Chelsea Green via countout. So Chelsea Green is still your Women's European Champion because the title does not change hands on countout. And Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy just got done successfully defending the men's tag team championships against Team Hardcore, Terry Funk, and New Jack. We are now just starting this Intercontinental Championship match between as Umaga defends against Akon. Tis Nick. Alright, well, officially, welcome in, Bruda. I hope you're having a good night tonight. Woo, glad Chelsea is still champion. Woo, go Howdy and Bray. Big Samoan drop by the Samoan Bulldozer into the cover, but no. Kick out at Uno.
Ichi.
And now going for the Samoan spike, but Akam able to get out of it and gets hit with a power driver for good measure. Umaga with the Samoan spike into the cover. Oh, kick out at 2.99999. You gotta think if the referee wasn't busy with that chair, that would have been a 3 count. Night is good now that stream is happening. Yeah. And sorry again, like I've also kind of been talking about throughout the night some of the things that we are missing out on that I had planned. And with this, the build up to this match, we did miss the Authors of Pain versus the Judgment Day, and more specifically Finn Balor and JD McDonough. And of course, this one now spills to the outside of the ring. And again, much like Alexa Bliss earlier, this is where Akam needs to be a little, he's got to watch himself, because even if he were able to win via countout, the title does not change hands. Another big Samoan drop into the cover. And that's it.
Here is your winner, and still the Intercontinental Champion, the Samoan Bulldozer, Umaga.
His first successful title defense, Umaga continues to be the Intercontinental Champion. And that also means that Finn Balor still cannot challenge for the Intercontinental Championship. That was quicker than expected, right? I know it only took like 3 minutes. Sorry, who, well, so, before I continue, so some of the, I did kind of talk about at the beginning of the stream that my job outside of Twitch had some issues, which made it where I couldn't stream on Tuesday. And it stinks because I had a lot of matches planned. I had some things that were going to happen that were special to that show that unfortunately are not going to happen now. Some of the things that you unfortunately you will not be able to see. I was planning on the Alexa Bliss to team up with Nikki Cross to take on Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. That did not happen. It is not going to happen. I was planning on the War Momentum to continue, and because the War of Momentum was not able to continue. It has been announced that per the anonymous general manager that both of our tag team title matches tonight will just be regular style RWF tag team matches. Um, we missed that. We were going to have the Great Muta versus Grayson Waller, which unfortunately will not happen. I forgot exactly every last thing. We were going to get the other two members of Team Hardcore, the Sandman and Rob Van Dam, versus D-Generation X. Natalia was going to be in a tag team match, which unfortunately is not going to happen anymore. And Boogeyman was going to face Gunther. So unfortunately, none of that is going to happen. But we are here in Toronto. We are kind of virtually in Toronto. We are here with every title on the line and every storyline coming to its conclusion ish. With that said, even though they're already up 2-0, coming up next is the tag team Falls Count Anywhere match between A-Town Down Under and the Spitfire Warriors.
The Rock says he's gonna take your little CD, dust it off, turn it sideways, and stick it straight up your candy ass. The Rock says, The Rock says,
The following contest is a tornado tag team match. On their way to the ring, at a combined weight of 426 pounds, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, A-Town Down Under.
And of course, this all came about when these two were stuck in Japan when they were doing some promotional work for RWF. And they would be very vocal on social media about how with just dissing Japan and its culture.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 450 pounds, King Nakamura and the Great Muda, the Spitfire Warriors.
And these two, they were actually quite dishonorable. But then after hearing Austin Theory and Grayson Waller going off, these two would actually publicly apologize and regain their honor so that way they could stand up for their culture. And fortunately, so far, they have lost every time they have gone up against A-Town Down Under, but that is what has led to this match here, a Tornado Tag Team Falls Count Anywhere match. And the Great Muda rocking the black and white face paint for this tag team match. And this match is so much more than just wins and losses. It's about honor. It's about pride. And not just in yourself, but your culture, your heritage. And, of course, all of this because my wife is trying to learn Japanese and she wanted me to do something with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Hi! Arigato!
Huh?
I said hi, arigato.
So glad to be seeing those Spitfire Warriors back in RWF, right? Now, here's also a little bit of extra. The anonymous general manager is really looking forward to the future here. We actually have 2 matches tonight, which will determine something that's going to happen in the future. So as you all know, or should know, on our number 1 contender match, or nights, we have a fatal 4-way Tornado Falls Count Anywhere tag team match between 4 teams to determine the new number 1 contender to the men's tag team championships. Well, later tonight, we are getting one of those fatal 4-way matches, and the winner of that is going on to the fatal 4-way number 1 contender match. I have also been told that the winner of this tag team match will also be going on to the number 1 contender fatal 4-way match for the number 1 contendership for the men's tag team champions. Austin Theory looking for a cover here. Or, I said Austin Theory. Grayson Waller. Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, we were going to get to see the Great Muta in one-on-one action, but unfortunately, we will now not see that. And that's it.
Here are your winners, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. 8-10 down under.
And unfortunately, A-Town Down Under wins here tonight and will go on. New. You know what? No is my thoughts exactly, because when I put when my wife first came up with this idea, I put these two together in this match and Spitfire Warriors won. But ever since I started on stream, the Spitfire Warriors just can't seem to catch a break. Well, unfortunately, we must move right along. Next up, we have more tag team action as Power and Glory, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defend the defend the RWF Women's Tag Team Championships against the Acolytes, Laura and Rose Holland. And here they come. The Holland family, the Acolytes, Laura and Rose. I'm honestly surprised that Barbara, the leader of the Acolytes, is not out here with them. here come the current women's tag team champions. And I don't know if I've really brought this up yet or not, but I kind of find it interesting that they come out to Judgment Day's entrance videos and the Judgment Day theme song. However, Raquel Rodriguez is not a part of the Judgment Day. Either way, they are the women's tag team champions.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, Laura Holland and Rose Holland, the Acolytes. And their opponents, the Women's Tag Team Champions, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Power and glory.
Now, just in case you're wondering why Alicia Taylor is the ring announcer for this match, earlier tonight, during one of the men's matches where Alicia Taylor was supposed to be the ring announcer, because I switched them around for pay-per-views, I accidentally made it Mike Rowe. So this is kind of just since he got a women's, or since he got a men's match, she gets a women's match. Big reversal there, and okay, the athleticism by Laura Holland there. This is the fourth title defense for Power and Glory. So far they have defeated the teams of course they defeated Shocks to win the tag team titles. They would then defend them against Absolution, which of course was Tatum Paxley and Lyra Valkyria. They would defend them against the Powerbuff Girls, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, and most recently, they successfully defended them against the Fatal Influence, JC Jane and Fallon Henley. But now they face the Acolytes, two big, powerful, and mean women who only have destruction and winning in mind. These two were well, these three, the entire Holland family was a menace to RWF and FCW, which FCW, of course, was disbanded when RWF collapsed on itself. FCW was a separate brand that we had at a time. It was called For Christ Wrestling. And it was only created wrestlers that either I had created or I had downloaded, but it was only created wrestlers. Rose Holland, of course, in a interpromotional 8-woman ladder match, would win the what would become now known as the Carrot Cash briefcase. She would unfortunately not be successful in cashing that in, but it would be what would lead. Actually, I don't remember who won the title there with that, but needless to say, the Hollands have been around. They have made their return here to RWF, and now they have a chance at gold. Well, even with the feet on the rope, Raquel Rodriguez able to kick out at 2.
2.
Tagging into Rose Holland here. There's a tag to Liv Morgan. Tag to Raquel Rodriguez. Nice teamwork, as always, by Power and Glory. Big move there by Rodriguez. Tagging in Liv Morgan now. Looks like they're going for their, yes, the tag team finishing move. They've put many a star away into the cover, but Laura Holland's right there and breaks it up. Tagging into Laura Holland now. Standing Oblivion into the cover. And a kick out of 2. Tag into Rose now. Big slam into the cover, but Rodriguez breaks it up. Tag out to Lara. Big back body drop into a cover. Only a 2 count. Tag to Raquel Rodriguez. There's a tag to Rose. Another big claw slam into the cover. Title's on the line. But no, Liv Morgan breaks it up. Tagging back in Laura Holland. Who hits a big discus clothesline into the cover. And that's it.
Here are your winners, Rose, Holland, and Laura Holland, the Acolytes.
And we have our first new champions of the night. The Acolytes claiming their first gold here in RWF. I was going to say new, but I'm actually okay with this. Fair. I'm a little biased because it's like there are people of my creation competing, but so like part of me is like that's not fair, but the other part of me is like, eh. Excuse me. Well, coming up next, we return to singles action as John Cena defends the what was once the RWF United States Championship against El Grande Americano.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE United States Championship.
And here comes El Grande Americano. He claims that he's going to bring the United States Championship back to RWF. Because yes, as you heard, even though we still are calling it the RWF United States Championship, Cena, who has turned his back on the fans, completely brought back the Doctor of Thugonomics gimmick, has claimed it. He has thrown the RWF United States Championship away and brought back his old WWE United States spinner belt. Here he comes. We're not really quite sure what brought on this attitude change. At first, we thought it was because he wanted to bring the United States title back to the United States, but ever since becoming the champion, he's gained this ego, and it's like the original Doctor of Thugonomics has completely come back.
Introducing the
And this match is underway. These two American icons battling for a United States title here in Canada. I think that sums about it up. I also love the Grande Americano as the match is about to start and it's showing the title and the crowd's just like, that's Chad Gable. No, it's not. That's Chad Gable. No, it's not. I found my missing salt. Hashtag adulthood. Nice. Welcome back, Suck. Also, if you guys have any thoughts about the arena, I, as always, would like to know them. Beautiful moonsault by Americano. And there's no way that's Chad. It's clearly our truth. Right? Oh, that was an interesting flippity-doo. I love the arena. It makes them pop. Yay. Diving headbutt from the top rope. Almost got a 3 count, but a kick out by Super Cena at 2. Americano from the top rope, but he misses. Back and forth action between these two men. It's the kind of action that you'll only see here in RWF. And Uh-oh. FU by John Cena into the cover. Title on the line. And Americano kicks out. No successful defense just yet. El Grande Americano using those Lucha Libre skills to his advantage. And then he does something like that. The power of Americano on display. Now he's got an ankle lock locked in. Will John Cena tap out here? And that's it.
Here is your winner and the new WWE United States Champion, El Grande
El Grande Americano defeats John Cena to become United States Champion. Never would have thought I would anybody would ever utter that sentence. Well, I mentioned it. Yes, go Chad Gay. I mean, Americano wins. Well, see, that's another thing too. Is if it is Chad Gable under the mask, then Chad Gable is now has held two different titles here in RWF. But if it's not, earlier tonight I mentioned earlier tonight I mentioned that we were going to have a fatal four-way tornado tag team match with the winner going on to be in another fatal four-way next RWF episode. Not only is that match coming up next, but we have a brand new tag team making their debut here tonight. So this massive tag team match is coming up next.
combined weight of 430 pounds, Dr. Ed and Dr. C, the Martyrs.
First up in this Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match is the Martyrs. They say they're looking to come to cure RWF of all the infected people in the tag team division.
And their opponents, first, at a combined weight of 485 pounds, Luke and Butch, those guys.
And here comes the arch enemies, so to speak, of the Martyrs. It's those guys. Both of these teams are re-brought back on to the RWF roster. They are both members of the FCW roster that I mentioned earlier, but they were brought back onto RWF via the new anonymous general manager.
Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 475 pounds, the Sandman in Rabit Team Hardcore.
Well, we saw their teammates in losing fashion earlier tonight. Now the other members of Team Hardcore looking to make their name known in the tag team division. And the only non-created characters in this match.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 535 pounds, Jose and Dwayne, the Wolfpack.
And here they come, the New World Order Red and Black, aka the Wolfpack. Jose and Dwayne making their debut here in RWF. And this match is underway. And one of these four teams will go on next week, or next RWF, I shouldn't say next week, but next RWF. And they'll actually be going along with A-Town Down Under to meet two other teams to see who the next number one contenders to the RWF Men's Tag Team Championships will be. thankfully already know who I am rooting for. Fair enough. And as this match continues, I will be right back because I need to use the restroom. Alright, I am back as this match continues. Of course, you would think that this kind of match would favor Sandman and Rob Van Dam with their hardcore styles and natures and backgrounds. So much action going on at once. It's just so hard to commentate.
Here are your winners, Jose and Dwayne, the Wolfpack.
Well, I'm not sure what happened or how they won, but the Wolfpack has won on their debut. Good for them. No, but I can also accept this because it's a Rabbit made team. Fair. Well, coming up next, Terry Funk was in action earlier tonight when him and New Jack unfortunately were unable to capture the men's tag team championships, and now he hopefully has had enough time to rest because coming up next, Terry Funk defends the Pure Honor Championship against Triple H.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Pure Honor Championship.
Triple H, the Cerebral Assassin, The Game, one half of D-Generation X, former Evolution member, former member of the Authority, former actual authority figure of RWF, former RWF Carrot Cash briefcase holder, has yet to hold any gold, any championship title here in RWF. Will that change here tonight? Tough as nails. This will be his second title defense, already successfully defending against Tama. He lost earlier tonight. Granted, it was New Jacks who lost, but still, they lost earlier tonight. Can he have a second successful title defense? We're about to find out.
Introducing the challenger from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 255 pounds, the Game Triple H. And his opponent from Amarillo, Texas, weighing in at 247 pounds, the Pure Honor Champion, Terry Funk.
Of course, the question is, does Terry Funk have enough gas in the tank to go an entire second match and successfully defend his title? Remember, he was in our second match of the evening when him and New Jack challenged Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy for the RWF Men's Tag Team Championships. A match that him and New Jack would ultimately lose. And his opponent? Well, they call him the Cerebral Assassin for good reason. Triple H has made a career out of picking his moments and using his mind to his advantage to seek any opportunity he can. Although I say that, we're now here on the outside of the ring, a count of 6. Maybe this is how he does it. Maybe this is how Terry Funk stays champion. Funk gets Triple H back into the ring and kind of pays for it. Terry Funk, old school as old school can get, but you know, Triple H knows a thing or two about old school. Of course, having his good friend and mentor Ric Flair teach him almost every dirty trick in the book. Stalling vertical suplex. And Terry Funk is saying, I'm about to end this. But Triple H keeps him from delivering that pile driver. Big combination there by Triple H.
The wife is going to bed, so I hope everybody has a good night. Oh, yes, me.
Triple H hits the pedigree into the cover, title on the line. A kick out at 2. Nighty night, says the Nick. Neckbreaker by Terry Funk into the cover. Can he successfully do it? No. Triple H kicks out at 2. And now Terry Funk has the spinning toe hold, but Triple H easily able to get out of it. Close fall there. And now Triple H to the top rope. Shades of Macho Man, but he misses that elbow drop. Terry Funk trying to battle back here. And Funk blocks a second pedigree attempt and going for that spinning toe hold. Will Triple H tap out here? And he does!
Here is your winner, and still the Pure Honor Champion, Terry Funk.
And in a shocker to, I mean, I don't know about everybody, but at the very least myself, Terry Funk successfully retains the Pure Honor Championship. It's been a good night of results. Fair. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we only have two more matches left for you. Coming up next is our semi-main event of the evening as Elba Fire goes one-on-one with Natalia as Natalia defends the Women's World Championship.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's World Championship.
And here she comes, Alba Fire, looking to dethrone Natalia of the Women's World Championship. And here comes the Canadian native here in her home country, set to defend the title yet again. She is, of course, a two-time Women's World Champion. We'll see if she can continue to stay Women's World Champion.
Introducing the challenger from Glasgow, Scotland, Alba Fire. And her opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, the Women's World Champion, Natalia.
And this match is underway with Alba Fire getting in a few early shots here. Now, much like with the other matches, I did have a tag team match planned out with the Unholy Union versus Natalia and a mystery partner. Unfortunately, that did not pan out because I wasn't able to stream. So I don't know if the plans I had for that are going to ever get to come to fruition. I was just going to have to wait and see. Alba Fire on fire here tonight. Oh, discus clothesline by Natalia. And now Natalia locking in the sharpshooter. Will Alba Fire tap here? I know, Natalia decides that Alba Fire hasn't had enough punishment. And now these two trading blows here tonight. And Natalia hits a second discus clothesline. And now sharpshooter locked in. And that's it.
Here is your winner, and still Women's World Champion, Natalia!
Welp. Welp is right for Alba Fire fans. Natalia successfully, once again, ladies and gentlemen, that means it is now time for our main event of the evening as Ludwig Kaiser defends the RWF Heavyweight Championship against the Boogeyman.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Heavyweight Championship.
I'm the Boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you.
And here he comes, one of the most bizarre members of the RWF roster. The man who eats live worms and loves it. He loves to scare you. He's the man of everybody's nightmares. He is the Boogeyman. He won an 8-man over-the-top rope battle royal to gain this opportunity. Will he walk away with his first title here tonight? And here he comes, the current heavyweight champion. He has already successfully defended this title against Hollywood Hogan.
Introducing the challenger from the bottomless pit, weighing in at 260 pounds, the Boogeyman! his opponent from Hamburg, Germany, weighing in at 220 pounds, the heavyweight champion, Ludwig Kaiser.
Let's just talk about the interesting way that Ludwig Kaiser became champion. It all started when Shaquille O'Neal was the current RWF heavyweight champion. Gunther, the ring general, and the other half of Imperium won the number one contendership to face off against Shaquille O'Neal at the Rabit Rumble. During that lead up, oh wait, was it the Rabit Rumble? Hold up. I'm sorry. At Frosty Fight Night, he won the number one contendership to face Shaquille O'Neal at Frosty Fight Night. During the build-up to their match, Ludwig Kaiser and Shaquille O'Neal would have a non-title one-on-one match, which Ludwig Kaiser would win. Now, at Frosty Fight Night, Gunther would defeat Shaquille O'Neal, but he would defeat him via count out. And as we know, titles do not change hands on a count out victory. So, Shaquille O'Neal stayed the champion. We then gained an anonymous general manager who is in charge of everything right now. And this anonymous general manager forced Ludwig Kaiser and Ludwig Kaiser and Gunther to actually face off against each other, with the winner going to face Shaquille O'Neal in a Falls Count Anywhere match for the Heavyweight Championship. Ludwig Kaiser would then win this match against his friend Gunther. He would go on to the next regular RWF event to face and defeat Shaquille O'Neal for the Heavyweight Championship. He would then immediately the next night defend the title against Hollywood Hulk Hogan, but the title would stay around his waist, not via pinfall or submission, but because of a double count out. The anonymous general manager would then, the next night, make Ludwig Kaiser defend his title again against Hollywood Hogan in a special guest referee match, where the special guest referee was none other than we have lost okay, that was weird. But the special guest referee was Gunther. Ludwig Kaiser would successfully defend that title against Hollywood Hogan, and this of course is Ludwig's first official title defense that's not, I mean, I guess technically the one against Hogan was his first official title defense, but this is his second title defense, or third technically, I guess, if you have to get technical with it, but his first one without any real interference or you know, since that Hulk Hogan won, this is his first real defense. Massive kick there into a pinfall, but a kick out of 2. And the Boogeyman hits the Boogie Bomb into the cover. And a kick out of 2. Interesting move there by Kaiser. And that was enough.
Here is your winner, and still the heavyweight champion, Ludwig Kaiser.
And Ludwig Kaiser successfully defends the RWF Heavyweight Championship to end this night here tonight. Alright. This has been an amazing night. I thank you guys for joining me. I'm not sure how schedule is going to be. Now that we've had the fun, it's time to get into the serious. As I mentioned earlier, my job outside of Twitch, there are some things going on. I am not allowed to talk about those things, but there are some things, and my schedule is all kinds of wacky and weird and messed up, and I should, keywords being should, still be able to get 2 days off every week. Sundays until the end of March are guaranteed for me to have off. Granted, I also have live action roleplay, and we have other things that we also do on Sundays. So Sundays are not a guaranteed day for stream. I'm going to try my best to stream on Sundays, but I don't know. The whole point of what I'm saying is, if you haven't joined our Discord, when I get into the commands and I give the Discord link, please join the Discord, because that is where I'm going to be announcing as soon as I know when I can stream. That is where I will be announcing that. Unfortunately, it will not be put on Twitch. I normally will go onto Twitch and put what to expect on there, because there's a schedule thing that will unfortunately not happen for at least a little bit, unless I for sure know that I'm getting that day off. I do apologize about the kind of wacky, weird schedule and all that good stuff. In all honesty, if I could just do this, I would love that. But this, unfortunately, isn't paying the bills. Um, I don't even have anybody subscribed to me right now. And it's not even like showing you, like, when it says that there's ad breaks, I don't think anybody's actually getting ads. So as of like for the last couple months, I don't honestly haven't been making anything off of Twitch. And now this isn't me trying to tug at your heartstrings or like trying to manipulate you into giving me donations or subscriptions or anything. Please do not take it as that. Again, I am happy to just hang out and do this with y'all. I just want to be transparent. I want to be honest. I want to be upfront and let you guys know the situation. And the situation is I am not making money off of Twitch. I am making money off of my job that I have outside of Twitch. Unfortunately, that means that that has to come first. And because of the issues that I'm having with that job, I unfortunately do not know what the schedule for you guys is going to be like. So I ask that you bear with me. I will get RWF at very least. Um, but yeah, with that said, we're going to go ahead and get into our commands. And then I'm going to let you guys go for the evening. Um, yeah. So, as always, we are sponsored by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He has blessed both me and my wife extremely greatly, and we want to make sure that we return his blessings by giving him all the honor, glory, and credit and praise that he rightfully deserves. Now you might be asking yourself, but J Rabbit, you just were talking about how you're not making money off of Twitch and how you're having issues and all that. What do you mean that God's blessed you? Well, I mean, he's blessed me. I have a wonderful wife. I have a roof over my house, a roof over my house, a roof over my head. I have food to eat. I do have a job that does help me pay the bills. I do still have the ability to stream. I have all the wonderful things, the video game systems, the computer, the webcam, the microphone, all of this stuff I have and have been blessed by with these things through Jesus Christ. As always, I want to say a huge thank you. Thank you to everybody that joined me today. It means so much to me that you guys take time out of your busy days to come and hang out with me. Of course, a huge thank you also goes to our supporters, starting with my hashtag wonderful wife, Firebird10, our amazing friends Nick, T, Danny, Sean, and Steve, as well as the two digital artists responsible for our artwork, Amon Wolf of CNH Podcast and Z Fire Incorporated. Thank you all so much. Discord. We have one of those. If you have not joined our Discord and you would like to, feel free to grab that link right there and come join us. We've got tons of chat rooms. That's where important announcements are announced, decisions are decided, discussions are discussed, wrestling results are resulted, chats are chatted, and honestly, we just love to have you there. Another place that we'd love to have you is over on YouTube. If you'd like to check out our past live streams or highlight videos, you can grab that link and join us over there now since it is all free. And it's another way to help support the channel if you don't mind. Please give the YouTube channel a subscribe, hit the bell icon to keep yourself notified, give the videos a like and a comment because comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. You can also find us over on TikTok. TikTok is where we post just our highlight videos, so if that is what you would like to see, you can use that link there to come join us. Again, since it's all free, and it's another way to help support, if you don't mind, going over there and giving the channel a follow, give the videos a heart, and give them a comment as well, because comments are also good for the TikTok algorithm. Last but certainly not least are ways to help support the stream right here, right now, if you would like to do so. Always keep in mind that nothing is ever required, but everything is very much appreciated. With that, more information on how you can help the stream is in the chat, so feel free to read that at your leisure, and remember to do only what you're able and comfortable with doing. With that, um, as of right now, I am scheduled to have next Tuesday off. As soon as I find out if that is still correct or not, I will let you know. Either way, I will see you guys next time. As of tonight, I am JRabbit87, and I hope you all have a very good night.